Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today, it is Wednesday, August 20th, and we're going to be talking about the crypto market. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. XRP currently sitting at $2.87. Are you guys buying or are you scared? What do you think? Is this bull run going to keep going on or is it over? You guys think the bear market's here? I don't. I think this bull run's going to continue ticking on, man. And if you can't withstand a little backtest at $2.87, I don't know if you were supposed to make it. When XRP was 50 cents, you weren't buying. When it was $1.50, you weren't buying. And now it's $2.87, a backtest from $3.10. Man, we sat at 50 cents for 7 years. We were a 50-cent stablecoin, people said. We had ETH maxis, we had Bitcoin maxis, and they would all talk down on the XRP. Dude, you guys are getting sued by the SEC. Dude, your guys' company Ripple owns 40% of the overall supply. They're selling on you monthly. Jed McCaleb selling on you monthly. Chris Larson selling on you monthly. Crypto's supposed to be anti-regulation. Ripple's working with the regulators. It's a banker's coin. You know, there were so many things said about XRP over the years to discourage you. And now we have a backtest from $3.10 to $2.87. People are thinking that we're done. And it's tough to know, all right? It's tough to know. And you don't want to get caught holding the bag. It is sad. You don't want to get caught holding it. Flare is sitting at 0.23 cents. If you look at Flare, it didn't experience a backtest at all. Flare is sitting where it has sat for the past 4 years. Look at that all-time chart. We got a double cup and handle going. We got a cup, we got a handle, we got another cup. I'm unsure what to make of that, man. The cup, handle, cup. I'm not a TA guy, man. I'll look at the charts and I'll say, oh, this chart is sitting at the bottom of its range. There it is, and it's been holding that ground for quite some time. I think that Flare is a pretty safe buy because even on a backtest, we're sitting at 0.23 cents. Was it 0.25 yesterday? Okay, so it's had a slight backtest, but it's ranked 56th out of all cryptos in existence. It was built by a grant from Ripple, upwards of $100 million, if I'm not mistaken. I remember reading back in 2019, the X-Spring Developer Grant Series from Ripple gave $100 million to Flare Networks to build Flare. And at the time, their token was going to be called SPRK, the SPRK token on Flare Networks. And that got changed. It became the Flare token. But interestingly enough, the SPRK token actually just came out. Flare Networks has a DEX, which they helped build, sponsor, I don't know. Flare Networks is backing this DEX called SPRK DEX. And you got it. Their token's called SPRK. So the SPRK DEX is a decentralized exchange for you to trade Flare tokens like SPRK. And it offers a bunch of DeFi platform features and functions that any other DeFi platform would offer. You have liquidity pools, you have farms, you have staking. You have a bunch of different ways to play, okay? And I've been trying to figure it out. You got your SPRK, you can stake it, and then you can get XSPRK. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. And once I do know what I'm doing, I'll be back with you. I got a few awesome community members who are reaching out to help me figure it out. Dude, it's not like I'm the most overly technical person here. You don't have to be the most overly technical person to hit big in crypto. You just have to be able to see trends. I don't have to be overly technical to know that Bitcoin sucks. I've used it and I've waited 15 hours for a transaction to come from a cold storage wallet to an exchange. That was fucking absurd, man. The whole time I was sweating balls, checking how many confirmations on the blocks there's been and shit. It was insane, dude. And I've lost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on ETH fees over the years trying to play in crypto. So I can speak to how both of these technologies fucking suck, dude. And then I've been here long enough where I've seen Solana fail. Solana has gone down because of network congestion. It's not even like the fees have been high and the wait time has been a long time. It's just said the network's down. XRP, you haven't had a transaction get stalled. Everything's gone through. In my eyes, XRP is the best technology. And even if you could build a better technology than XRP, you wouldn't have the 15 years of relationship building that Ripple has spent. You wouldn't have Brad Garlinghouse going around making TV appearances, talking to central banks, talking to governments, talking to the European Central Bank, talking to the IMF. You wouldn't be able to do this, dude. You wouldn't be able to recreate it. You need a plugged-in player to do this. Ripple has Brad Garlinghouse, man. They have David Schwartz. They had Jed McCaleb, Chris Larson, Naveen Gupta, Greg Kidd. Man, they got all these players, man. Greg Kidd was a big-time player before. If you look into Chris Larson, David Schwartz, Brad Garlinghouse, these were all big players before they joined Ripple. Before they came together and bought Ripple from Ryan Fugger. Before they came together in 2004 and bought Ripple from Ryan Fugger and then integrated it to become a cryptocurrency company, which is the Ripple that we know today. Before this, they were all big players. When David Schwartz was at the NSA making patents on cryptography. Brad Garlinghouse was a board member at AOL and Yahoo. And if we look at how both those finished, they both could have sold for way more. But you know he was in those boardrooms learning things, man. Picking things up, making key partnerships which are benefiting him now. You don't think? I think so. I think everything adds up, man. I think that, Brad Garlinghouse was a Harvard MBA, man. We don't know what he did and saw. Him and Gary Gensler could have been in the same type of bullshit rooms, bro. And one of them was decided it was going to be the bad guy, the head of the SEC, and the other was going to be decided it was the badass CEO of Ripple, the company worth at least $120 billion. They have 40 billion XRP, and XRP is worth $2.89 today. Ripple's a badass company, and they helped to build Flare, man. And Flare has a lot of different doors they're going to open for the likes of XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Doge. And one of those doors is the SPRK DEX. Once F-Assets goes live, we know that Flare is said to be a deflationary asset in nature. It's not live yet, so Flare has been adding tokens. There were going to be 100 billion, now there's 103 billion. So to bring up the SPRK token's only going to have 1 billion tokens versus Flare having 100 billion. The SPRK token right now is worth about 1.5 that of what a Flare token's worth. It's worth about 4 cents, while Flare's running for about 2.3 pennies. I heard somebody running the numbers on XRP, and they said, if you would have just been able to earn a yield on your XRP, and let's say you had an amount like 200,000 XRP, and you were earning a certain amount of yield, over the course of 4 years for that lawsuit, your XRP would have jumped up, man. You would have earned way more XRP if you would have been able to earn a yield on it all this time. And Nexo was a place that allowed this, dude, but it got shut down for US customers. And it was also a lot of trust that went in because you were looking at where their main people were from. I think the main dude was from Romania. And I remember thinking to myself, man, if he runs off, how am I going to get my money back? We're going to get him extradited. Like Sam Bankman-Fried, you're getting your money back. If you were in FTX and you got fucked by Sam Bankman-Fried, you're going to get your money back. So that's what scared me, man. I ended up pulling my funds out of Nexo. And they're no longer allowed for US customers. And that's not a decentralized place anyways. Nexo is a company. That's a centralized place. DeFi is a decentralized financial institution. CeFi is the centralized financial institution. And Nexo falls in that CeFi range. Flare, on the other hand, is running a DeFi, man. We got kinetic markets. We got SPRK DEX. I'm excited to see how this goes, man. I'm excited to see what continues to spin out of this. We're on this final audit for F-Assets. And the last I checked, man, I saw that a new version of F-Assets was going live on Songbird today. Man, let the birdie rip. It was worth 0.0589 cents the other day. 5.89 tenths of a penny. Let the birdie rip, man. I see a world in which Songbird gets back to that all-time high. Songbird's going to get back to 30, 40 cents, man. Dude, that's going to be a huge fucking gain. Back to the all-time high is a times 50, a times 60 from here. You'd be hyped, man. You have $1,000 of Songbird, it turns to 50K. Come on. You'd be fucking hyped. It's Zach with Web3 Reviews, man. It's a down day in the market. You playing or you scared? Hey, man, to hold is to play. Sometimes the best thing you could do is just not do shit. There's no reason to be fearful, man. We got to say our channel's mantra. I am positioned for success. And that's the truth, man. We'll be just fine. Give it a day, give it a week, give it a month. We will not be in this same spot. And if we are, we'll be looking better than we are today. Because today's a down day. It's Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being here. Till next time.